Welcome to the Flat Racing Guru, Sunday the 29th of November. Next week will be December, and at the start of Christmas we'll start with Aqueduct Race 6, and Technical Analyst is the favourite, backed in from 3 to 1 into 2 to 1. And Technical Analyst will be my trip. He's bred for the trip. He's by, let me have a look, by Kingman out of Seattle, who was a winner, and Kingman obviously UK turf. There's a lot of turf pedigree, and the dam was by See the Stars as well, so there's a lot of turf on the dam on the female side. And I think this there's another one in there, number 8, is it number 8? Third draft. Not third draft. What's the other one? Hold on. Autostrada, number 8, Autostrada. Now, Autostrada's a non-runner. I didn't know that. I thought Autostrada's sprint bred was going to be the pace in the race, you know, for the stable, the barn, for the barn. So that's out of the window now. So obviously, there's less pace in this race. Third draft, number 9, third draft is stretching out, and is definitely bred for this kind of trip. Stretching out from last time. Third draft is by Curling out of Original Script, and Original Script was a stakes winner. Irish Crush by Zoffany. Well, Zoffany does actually, Zoffany's sprint type, sprint progeny, but he does get a lot of stayers in his crops for some reason. It's kind of freaky, but he does they do come good around this time, late winter, early springtime. The Zoffany's normally come, even though he was early himself as a 2-year-old. He was out of the block straight away in January, February, March, April. But all his progeny take a time, and he does produce some, as I say, middle distance horses. Number 12, Obligatory, is good work tab. The dam is also a stakes winner. Sprint, stretching out, so, you know, much better stayers race. I reckon the favourite is probably, well, the old favourite, Obligatory, now is a non-runner, so there's another one out. They did take a lot of horses out earlier on, but now these are extra non-runners, so they've taken them out. And there's not, I know, have they gone onto the turf or the dirt? Well, it was meant to be the turf, but anyway, my tip for this race will be Technical Analyst. Obviously, he's bred for the job. It probably needs a bit further, actually, you know, so let's hope there is some pace in the race. And we'll take it from there, but Technical Analyst is my tip. Stunning Princess, Cadencia's got a chance, definitely on the breeding side, I thought, but I'm going to go for Technical Analyst. What else have we got there? We'll get rid of that. In race 7, Aqueduct, race 7, what have I took for this race? Cause let's have a look at the non-runners. A Great Time, so that's number 10. I took a Great Time, and we've got a what? 18, 28, 10, 20, 28, 36% chance of winning that race. I just felt A Great Time just had that little bit more in the recent works than Lead Guitar. Lead Guitar's works as average, although he does show a bit when he comes on the track. So I just went for the, you know, A Great Time to beat Lead Guitar in that race. Obviously I've done a bit study there, so I'm not going to go into it just because of the time. And then race 8, what did I took? I took Arch. I thought Arch had a bit speed on the inside here, and I think Arch could maybe lead all the way on the dirt, because now we're on the dirt track. I thought Arch had a bit of speed, you know, and you know, George Vargas Jr. for Daniel Velasquez, he can get them home there. Obviously Majestic Dunhill was quite a bit of an outsider. I don't think, cuts back in trip, so cuts back in trip from 7 furlong to 6. I'm not sure about that. And I think Stan the Man also has a chance in this. Obviously, Share the Ride is the favourite. I'm not sure about Share the Ride. I'm just, on the works and, the last few races, I wasn't quite sure about this, from that trap. But I did, overall, I thought that Arch at 10 to 1 was the value in the race. That's what I thought. Because it had the speed. And I think it's ready to be, peak at this time of the year. So that was my thinking there. And then race 9 at Aqueduct, I thought, what did I have? Race 9, Island Treasure. I thought Island Treasure could go well there, and that's the only one I thought was working as well. Obviously, Love Struck, the favourite, can go well too, but I just thought Island Treasure, that's number 10, could go well there. And then the last race 10 at Aqueduct, I thought, Grandma's Favourite, that's number 4, that's Wesley Ward horse. Now, Wesley Wards don't normally work very good, they work average, all of them. I mean, actually does it, but this Grandma's Favourite won a 40 grand claimer last time. It's actually, this is a slight drop in class after winning, and the work is quite good for a Wesley Ward horse, so I thought, well, that looks like a decent chance there. It's by Denman, the Australian Denman. I just thought, has a bit of speed, this Grandma's Favourite. Could get a little toe into the race and then come late and beat them. But I did think, with the work tab, because Wesley Ward's horses, they don't work. I think it's deliberate, he does that. He deliberately doesn't show the open works, But this one did have a good work tab, and that's what drew me to it straight away. So now we'll have a look at there's 2 big races in at Delmar. And last night I had the winner, the big race, and I was going to put it out, but I didn't put it out. I don't know why, I just couldn't be bothered. I had a load of winners in the afternoon from Turfentine big prices, so I was just like, I couldn't be bothered to do it, because I'd been working a lot for my own bets in the morning. But the matriarchs, I think the matriarchs, that's race 9. I think there's 2 horses. Obviously, you've got to go with this Chad Brown, these Kentucky breds. I think it's bred in Kentucky, this, what is it, the bottom one. When I get a look at this, hold on, we'll have a look at the Delmar race. Race 9. Tamahair, number 9, that's the one. I just thought that was improving hand over fist on the form. Obviously northeast horse going to California on the matriarch Group 1. I thought that was a good horse, but I also think this Blowout number 4 is equally as decent. The second both times last time, that Blowout, but I do think it has got a chance because it's been working quite well. Blowout, and last time it raced at Belmont Stakes, and it was just beaten it by a neck. It was nailed right on the line, if you remember, in that race, in the stakes race at Belmont on the turf. A Blowout also still got some quite decent works, but I do think Tamahair is really decent. Obviously it's a good race. You've got Viadera. What did I did write something here. Yes, I write number 9 Tamahair to win, 4 Blowout, my dead heat or second. Do a little reverse forecast. I've got 6 Viadera. Obviously Viadera is quite smart, but for your superfecta, I've got one, a Calbred. Now the Calbreds against the Northeast horses, they're not going to beat them. I don't think the Calbreds have been lacking from a while. Obviously, Bob Baffert hasn't got one in the race. It's all Chad Brown from the Northeast. So, but Joel Rosario's on this Viadera, and he's got the 3 best horses in. Obviously, Irad is on Tamahair, and then you've got Flavian on Blowout. So I think Chad Brown will be the 1, 2 and 3, and I do think it's a toss-up between Tamahair and Blowout for the win. So just make a couple of bets with Tamahair, Blowout. and then Verdea. But for the superfecta, I think we'll get a Californian horse in the mix here, and that's She's Our Charm, which is like a 30-1 chance. They're 25 from 50s. I do think that She's Our Charm will like knock on the door for third or fourth back, but if you put it in the superfecta for fourth, or like maybe switch it down, have a little sneaky tri-cast on the top three, and then add She Is Our Charm, if that comes in third, it's going to make up a good value bet. And as far as race 7, that's another stakes race 7. I'll tell you what this race is. It's a stakes race, and that's a Cecil DeMille race. Now, Royal Prince is a favourite. Ebeko, Big Fish, Wooden Acid. I do think the horse that's going to win this race, and I am having a bet on it, so I hope not many people will listen to this, is number 9, Casson. I think Casson has been working absolutely blinding works, 112 for 5 furlongs. There's just nothing. I think this horse has been working well. They've got Ronnie Mandella's got Pratt to ride it. Looking at all the other horses, obviously all turf bred, but I think this Casson 7-1 is your horse tonight. Is your main bet. So I'll nap that number 9 Casson, and hope that none of you listen to this, so there's not too much money goes on or any funny business, because I am having a bet of this. I didn't want to say this horse out to you, but you've made me do it again. Oh no.